Welcome to Sandy Point State Park. The park boasts a beach approximately 1 mile long where people have been swimming, fishing, and relaxing on the sand since 1952. Sandy Point offers 786 acres to wander, with a marina, snack shop, trails, grilling spots, and countless photogenic areas. There's always something new to experience. Let's start our journey through Sandy Point State Park together. When you first arrive at Sandy Point, you'll be greeted by an admission gate with fees varying seasonally. From May to September, the fee is $4 on weekends and $5 on weekdays or holidays. From October to April, the fee is $3 per vehicle. The park hours are 7 a.m. to sunset year-round, except for mid-November to January 2nd, where the park is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The park itself is closed on Christmas Day, except for the Light on the Bay event. You've paid your admission fee and started driving into the park. If you plan on visiting during the winter season, you'll get to experience the Lights on the Bay event. This is a holiday light show with animated and stationary displays along the roadway of the park. If you're interested, the Lights on the Bay is available from mid-November to January 1st. This nightly show, including holidays, is open Monday to Thursday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday to Sunday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. The entry fee is $20 per car, $30 per van, minibus, and trolley, and $50 for buses. If you're just passing through Annapolis, I recommend visiting Sandy Point during the day first. Once you've parked your car and started walking towards the main beach, you'll be greeted by an open patio, snack shop, and facilities building. The snack shop has loads of options for food and drink. The facilities building has bathrooms and a nurse's office. Unless you came hungry, I would wait to eat. There's a lot of walking involved for those who want to catch all the sights. If you're wondering how much time you should set aside for a visit, here's my suggestion. If you're just taking in the sights, 2 to 3 hours is more than enough. If you plan on putting effort into capturing videos and photos, give yourself between 2 to 5 hours. On the right side of the beach, you have a basketball court, open showers, and a rock pile that extends into the Chesapeake Bay, commonly referred to as a jetty. The two biggest attractions on the right side of Sandy Point are the jetty and the main attraction, if not the number one reason you should visit Sandy Point State Park, the Bay Bridge. With a length of 4.3 miles and a height of 186 feet above the Chesapeake Bay, it's an impressive piece of architecture. The Bay Bridge's official name is the Governor William Preston Lane Jr. Memorial Bridge, and it was built in 2 phases. The Bay Bridge's original span was inaugurated in 1952, costing $45 million to complete. Today, that would be approximately $454 million. When the parallel span was finally opened in 1973, it would end up costing $148 million, which would be approximately $886 million today. This makes the combined cost of both bridges $931 million, or around $1.34 billion today. Once you get up onto the jetty, you can take some pretty fantastic photos. After you've enjoyed the right side of the beach at Sandy Point, a stroll towards the left side offers a different experience. Along this stretch, you'll notice sections of the beach roped off. These designated areas are reserved for fishing, giving a more organized and enjoyable experience for anglers. As you continue your walk along the beach on the left side of Sandy Point, you're in for a visual treat with the historic Sandy Point Shoal Lighthouse. Constructed in 1883, the Sandy Point Shoal Lighthouse is about 0.6 miles away from the beach. It stands in waters approximately 5 to 7 feet deep. The lighthouse itself is around 36 feet tall, while its focal height, the height of the light above the water's surface, is 51 feet high. When the beacon of the Sandy Point Shoal Lighthouse was first lit, it was an incredible navigational aid. The beam could be seen from an impressive 17.5 miles away. To put this length into perspective, Maryland's largest island in the Chesapeake Bay, Kent Island, is 16 miles long. However, as the Sandy Point Shoal Lighthouse grew in age, so did its hardships. Vandalism took its toll, with the original lens shattered and the fog bell stolen. The Coast Guard's efforts to preserve it led to a 2006 auction, where it sold for $250,000, around $344,000 today. Despite efforts to maintain it, including powering the light with solar panels, by 2019 the beacon was removed and the lighthouse was retired. This marked the end for this historic maritime guardian. Today, standing only as a silent sentinel, the Sandy Point Shoal Lighthouse remains a captivating icon for photographers, historians, and admirers alike. Once you're finished observing the lighthouse, continue to the left of the beach. You're now on your way to the Flounder Pavilion beachfront. There are 2 paths leading there. I recommend the beach path for a more dramatic reveal of the pavilion. This route, bordered by reeds and rocks, leads to a secluded beach stretch with its own jetty. While photogenic, the rocky terrain requires careful navigation to avoid tripping. If you decide to walk out on the jetty, you'll be rewarded with a stunning view and a calm sense of seclusion. Once you've had your fill of the area, the beach will finally lead to the Flounder Pavilion. This spot blends the charm of a traditional park with a serene beachfront. The Flounder Pavilion, with its stunning views, is worth the walk. This part of the park also boasts a private beach. However, it might be less appealing to explore due to clutter. If you explore further into the park, you'll be able to see the Sandy Point Mansion. The view from this area is decent, but you run the risk of the space already being reserved. For a better view and photo opportunity, I suggest Sandy Point's street view of the mansion. There's one more path to explore back the way you came, but if you want to skip straight to the mansion, check if the wooden gate near the street is open. Once you're done with the Flounder Pavilion, you can either walk back the way you came or the Blue Crab Trail. This was the second path leading from the Lighthouse beachfront. The Blue Crab Trail offers a nice woodland experience before rejoining the main beaches of Sandy Point. That being said, there's a structure on this path to be aware of. If you're visiting during warmer months, it might contain numerous nests active with insects. Upon completing the Blue Crab Trail, you have a choice. Turning left will bring you back to the main beach, offering more time by the bay. If, however, you choose to turn right, you'll be directed towards the parking lots. Along this route, if local history piques your interest, follow the main road to catch a glimpse of the Sandy Point Mansion, also historically known as Trial or Scotland. This mansion is a reminder of the area's past, particularly its agricultural roots and the era of tobacco plantations. Now under the ownership of the Maryland DNR Resident Curatorship Program, the mansion is typically closed to the public, but its impressive structure can still be appreciated from outside the wooden fence. Lastly, the marina is worth a visit, where you can see a variety of boats and enjoy the bustling activity during warmer seasons. With Sandy Point's natural and historical wonders behind you, there's still so much more to explore in the great state of Maryland. Let's see what other exciting experiences this state has to offer.